Hi everyone, the idea for this video is to add some starter content. So like this is my viewport, which is also called a scene, right? So if I wanted to play this game, I'd hit this little button and you can see everything. That this is the default item that was put in for here. And kind of boring. We want to add some stuff, and there's multiple ways to add things. You could add stuff from the Fab store, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm just going to add stuff from the content browser, because there is like content that is automatically given that you don't have to worry about trying to download and everything. So what I'm going to do is click on the content drawer and click down here on content, and you'll see that there's a button that says add, and I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to, on this is how we'd add different things to our screen. So if we wanted to add blueprints, and we'll do some of this in later videos, but right now I want to just add content to it. And so you can see this goes back, and if we wanted to add some more of this stuff from what we did, here I'll make this window bigger just so I could read, right? If I wanted to go back, and I'm doing the third person, right, and add more stuff, you could do it this way. But what I want to do is come over here to content, and there's a starter content, and this just gives us some different like tables and chairs and tubes and shapes and stuff that we could add to our game and have it be fine. So we're just going to click the add to project button, and so then when I hit it once, it did it. You don't have to do it again. And then I hit cancel, then I go back to the content drawer, and you'll see now that I have a new folder here that says starter content. And this gives me all that stuff that I just added there. So like I said, there's props. So, there's chairs and lamps and stuff. And if you want to add any of this to your scene, which this is, the scene is the game that you're going to be playing. That's what they call it in here. I just can click and drag it into that item. And you can, like I showed in previous, see, I do this all the time. I get lost. Again, just hit F, and it'll bring you right to your object that you had selected. But you can see here, right, this is my object, and I can use the arrows to move it around and place it where I want. Or if I could switch it to the rotating, if I want to rotate it. Like, probably don't want to rotate it sideways, but I might want to have it be facing a different direction or something. And then there's also the scalability one where I can make it big, or flat or huge, right? We can make a huge chair. So this just lets you add all of these different objects that you have in here, and it gives you something to go around and play with, right? There's a lot of shapes. You could add shapes. There's maps. Maps are what the levels are, so be careful with that one. Architecture, like, right, there's doors and pillars and walls and platforms that you could add. So all of this different stuff that you can add and modify so that you can have it look like things you want it to look like. So just a simple adding content, and let you play around with it and let you do things. So, right, and then when I go and play now, right, now there's this huge big chair, and I can, try to deal with it, and like I can't walk into it, and I can play around with it and different things like that. So like now I'm standing on it, though it looks like I'm kind of standing in midair, but you see the point of the starter content lets you add items to your game to have fun and make it uniquely yours. And if you are playing in this, the easy way to get out of this is to hit escape. Will get me out of the gameplay. Again, if I wanted to just see what it's like, play always makes you go to the starter position, and then escape gets you out of it.